Have you ever tried to convince someone to do something, only to have them refuse? It's frustrating, right? Well, there's a secret to getting people to listen to you and even do what you want. The trick is to make them feel good about themselves. Welcome to episode 28 of our series on Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. Most people think that to influence others, they need to talk about themselves. They brag about what they've done or try to show how smart they are. But this doesn't work very well. When we do this, other people just think about themselves more and don't really listen to us. The better way is to focus on the other person. Listen to them. Show interest in what they say. Make them feel important and smart. When we do this, people let their guard down. They become more open to our ideas. This idea comes from how people think about themselves. Everyone has an idea of who they are. We call this their self-opinion. Most people think three main things about themselves. 1. I make my own choices. Nobody tells me what to do. 2. I'm smart in my own way. 3. I'm a good person. When we try to change someone's mind, we often make them feel like these things aren't true. We might make them feel stupid or like we're trying to control them. This makes people defensive. They stop listening and just want to protect their idea of themselves. But if we can make people feel like these things are true about themselves, something magical happens. They relax. They start to trust us. They become more willing to listen to our ideas. Let's look at a real-life example of how this works. There was a politician named Lyndon Johnson who became really good at influencing people. When he first became a senator, he was pushy and aggressive. But he realized this wasn't working. So he changed his approach. Johnson started to act humble. He listened to other senators and asked for their advice. He made them feel smart and important. He didn't argue or try to show off. Instead, he just soaked up everything they said. He became especially close to an older senator named Richard Russell. Johnson pretended to like all the same things Russell liked. He spent lots of time with Russell, always making him feel important. Johnson never asked for favors directly. Instead, he quietly did things to help Russell. Soon, Russell saw Johnson as almost like a son and wanted to help him succeed. Johnson did this with many other senators too. He learned all about them and what they cared about. He became known as someone who understood how the Senate worked better than anyone else. Other senators started coming to him for help and advice. After a few years of doing this, Johnson had become so influential that he was chosen as the leader of his party in the Senate. He was even able to change some of the rules about how the Senate worked. He did this by making each senator feel like the changes would help them personally. The key to all of this was that Johnson never seemed aggressive or ambitious. He always made it seem like he was just trying to help others. By making other people feel good about themselves, he got them to do what he wanted without them even realizing it. Now, some people might say this is manipulative. They might say we should just be honest and straightforward. But the truth is, we're always influencing each other in some way. Even when we don't say anything, people try to guess what we're thinking. So instead of pretending we're not playing this game, it's better to learn how to play it well. The great thing about this approach is that it's not just about getting what we want. When we focus on making others feel good, we have to really listen to them and understand them. This helps us become more empathetic and better at connecting with people. Here are some practical tips for using this approach. 1. Really listen when people talk. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. 2. Show genuine interest in what others say. Ask questions to learn more. 3. Compliment people, but be sincere. Find something you truly admire about them. 4. If you disagree with someone, don't make them feel stupid. Instead, show that you understand their point of view before sharing your own. 5. Help people without expecting anything in return. They'll naturally want to help you back. 6. Remember details about people's lives, and bring them up in later conversations. This shows you care. 7. If someone is feeling down about themselves, don't try to talk them out of it right away. First, show that you understand how they feel. Remember, the goal isn't to trick people. It's to create a positive connection where both people feel good. When we make others feel valued and understood, they're more likely to value and understand us in return. By mastering this skill, we can become better at working with others, solving conflicts, and achieving our goals. And the best part is, we do it by making the people around us feel better about themselves. It's a win-win approach to dealing with people. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If something resonated with you, share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be valuable to others. Now, a quick reminder. Make it a habit to learn something beneficial every day. The content you consume is like food for your brain, so be intentional about it. Otherwise, the algorithm might start influencing your thoughts. Reflect on that. We're always accepting your contributions through subscriptions to our channel. Your support will help us with upcoming projects and ensure we continue delivering top-notch content. Join us by subscribing today.